I can't believe it. CNN is a propaganda network? Boy, they slipped that one by me.
I know. There's nothing that you didn't already know in that Project Veritas undercover video, but still, it's good to have it on the record, isn't it? It's something that the one that there's a couple that I like that I don't even know if we'll have time to get to the whole thing, but they talk about how the COVID number on the screen is good for ratings. In other words, you can scare the bleep out of people, and it's good for numbers. You yell, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. You yell wolf or crowd in a crowded theater, depending on whether you're Nancy Pelosi or Joe Biden. It's good ratings. Although I don't know how the CNN knows it's good ratings, because their ratings are terrible.
Mr. President, Anthony Fauci calling. Anthony Fauci, MD. No, the MD doesn't stand for midget doctor. Listen, we need to pause one of the vaccines. Johnson & Johnson. No, it's not named after the two presidents he worked for. No, they don't have tapioca-flavored shots. I'm calling Kamala.
Johnson & Johnson, you only needed one shot, not two. You didn't have to use extreme refrigeration. In other words, it was a threat. It was a threat to the market shares. I'm not saying that's why it was taken off the market so preemptorily, but it was a superior product out there on the marketing in the marketplace until this happened. And there are two more cases being reported today, by the way, of clots. The CHUMPLINE, the voicemail message service of the Howie Carr Show, is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. And if you want to take a buddy fishing with Captain Dave Marciano, send in your inspirational videos. Yes, you can help your fellow man and increase your chances at the same time. Go to MatthewsBrothers.com and click on our contact page for more details. It's also much easier to transport the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to rural areas because you don't have to put it in this extreme refrigeration. And it's cheaper overall because you only need one shot, not two. I don't mean to sound like a spokesman for Johnson & Johnson, but it seems like there were a number of advantages that it had. And I notice I use the past tense.
Founder of Byrne, Loot, and Maraud has now been exposed as a fraud. She skimmed enough dough to buy a third chateau. Now she's looking to purchase one abroad.
Yeah, the Bahamas is abroad. You know, you could say it's close by, but it's a foreign country. Now it turns out today she was getting $20,000 a month for some kind of voter project. $20,000 a month for some kind of voter project. She issued this very disingenuous statement on Instagram saying, "Well, I never took a salary from the Black Lives Matter movement." Well, I mean, if you're getting your money from somewhere else, you can afford to do a little pro bono work. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, pro bono.
Well, that was nice of Vice President Harris to speak out about the incident that happened in Minnesota last week. It's impressive to see that she can take time from all the great work she's doing down on the border.
Well, she is going down there, and it's, people don't realize the sacrifices she's making. She's not going to have any German chocolate cake from Chicago for 3 or 4 days when she's down there.
Joe Biden here. This infrastructure plan will be a small down payment to fix all the things my predecessor left me with. 10 or 20 trillion more and we're all set. No joke.
Mitch McConnell, the President Trump was ripping him last week at Mar-a-Lago, but sometimes he speaks the truth. Cut 26.
What we are confronted with here is a totally left-wing administration with a slight majority in the House, a 50-50 Senate, trying to transform America into something no one voted for last year. No one voted to transform America into something totally different.
Into a leftist, third world bleep hole. Because that's what they want. There's no other reason for doing what they're doing at the southern border. Think about what Homan was saying. You want to send welfare checks to people in these countries. You know what the Coyotes are going to say? look, amigo, if they're willing to send you this much free money just to keep you down there, it's because they know they're going to have to give you that much more free money if you come up. If you just get over the border, you're all set. They'll take care of you forever.
Hey, welcome to life under the new Obama-Biden leftist handbook. First, you start dumpster fires on every issue while ignoring real problems. In the ensuing chaos, create maximum mayhem and confusion. Grab as much power, money, and influence as possible while remaining in the background. Then invest in beachfront property.
Beachfront property. That's now CNN. Director that was busted by Project Veritas. He said that the next scam that they're going to use is global warming. Now that was kind of new. Let's see, do we have that one or no? But I summed it up for you. It's the next scare once COVID once they can't push COVID and the variants and the blood clots and the social distancing anymore, they're gonna revert to climate change.
Kamala thinks we're in a Cheers episode. Is Biden playing the role of coach? He definitely acts like he's been hit by 100 fastballs. Only problem is he doesn't know anyone's name.
That is so true. That is so true. Joe Biden, maybe if he went back to a restaurant that he'd been at 30, 40 years ago, he might know one person's name if they dressed up the way they did 40 years ago. But other than that, he doesn't know anybody's name. He confused his wife and his sister on the campaign trail last year.
Cheers. When you want to go where everyone knows your vaccine status.
That's the new Cheers. They closed down Cheers, I think, didn't they? I think that was a good move. Cheers had run its course as a bar on Beacon Hill.
Will House Republican Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy stand and tear up Biden's State of the Union address?
Well, I don't think it is a State of the Union address. It's just an address to the nation, really, isn't it? But I think he has to, by law or tradition, hand over a document of the State of the Union message. But I don't think this will be one. And the answer, of course, is no. He would never. Kevin McCarthy would never do something that rude as Nancy Pelosi did last year.
What's the difference between a bloody insurrection and a mostly peaceful protest? Insurrectionists don't wind up with free sneakers.
Right, and most of the time, the peaceful protesters don't end up getting shot, even though they're unarmed, by police officers.
Lovey, I hope I have better luck gigoloing the widow queen than I did that Princess Diana the divorcee. In her case, I was beaten to the punch by some guy who was about as good at driving in tunnels as Ted Kennedy was on bridges.
Well, that's not bad, Mr. Secretary. Of course, he wasn't driving the car. It was some chauffeur, the Egyptian heir who was squiring Princess Di around Paris. They were trying to escape the paparazzi, and they escaped all right. They escaped this world.
That was your last CHUMPLINE message. Thank you for calling Howie Carr, you chump.
All right, that's it for the CHUMPLINE today. The CHUMPLINE is the recorded voicemail message service of the Howie Carr Show. You can call and leave a number at any hour of the day or night, including weekends, any hour of the day or night, at least as long as it's between 1 and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Dial 844-500-4242, 844-500-4242. Press 2 for the CHUMPLINE. Leave your message. We may or may not play it at this time each weekday. We also play another batch of new messages every weeknight around 7 o'clock. It's called Chopped Chumps. You can get Chopped Chumps, the second CHUMPLINE of the day, wherever you get your Howie Carr Show podcast. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. And if you don't want to take a buddy fishing with Captain Dave Marciano, send in your inspirational videos. Yes, you can help your fellow man and increase your chances at the same time. Go to MatthewsBrothers.com and click on our contact page for more details. Okay.
Kamala thinks we're in a Cheers episode. Is Biden playing the role of coach? He definitely acts like he's been hit by 100 fastballs. Only problem is he doesn't know anyone's name.
You know, we play these old cuts on the loop of him when he was supposedly in his prime. He always was a really below average intellect. He wasn't even a good hail fellow well met type of politician. He was just such a smarmy, oozing phony from the beginning of his political career, kind of like a professional Irishman. Ugh, just makes you ill that he's president. And now he's declined from that initial pinnacle of intellectual prowess. Yikes. Ruh-roh. Allergy season is here, and that means one thing. You need the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Warmer temps are creeping up, and you are going to want to open those doors and windows. You may have just, excuse me, we're having a problem here. You may have just received a special email from me about Balance 7. All my energy is thanks to Balance 7. Balance 7 is a clear mineral liquid you take 3 times a day to break down the acid in your body. You feel better, and I personally sleep better. It also reduces acid reflux and heartburn. Often I'm asked to try products and can be very skeptical of claims, but with Balance 7 it was all 100% true. With Balance 7, I don't feel my energy starting to flag as the day wears on. By allowing me to sleep better at night, I have more mental clarity during the day. Balance 7 is a highly alkalizing concentrate. That means it reduces the acids that have built up in your body over time. All you do is drink a small shot of the liquid 3 times a day, and you will feel the difference. I guarantee it. Balance 7 is made of safe, all-natural ingredients. If you suffer from heartburn, acid reflux, or sleep issues, give Balance 7 a try. Balance 7 is made right here in the USA and has sold more than 6 million units worldwide. Order your 1-month supply at balance7.com. Use code word HowieFree to save $10 off your first order and free shipping. Be one of the first 50 to purchase Balance 7 and receive Smooth Skin, an exfoliant and deep cleansing skin conditioner valued at $13.99 for free. Order now and receive $10 off your first order for a 30-day supply, free shipping, and a chance to receive Smooth Skin Conditioner at no charge. All by using my code word HowieFree. That's HowieFree. I'm Howie Carr.
He's making talk radio great again. He's Howie Carr.